the last few months, TikTok has started up a new feature on the social media platform called TikTok Shop, which, as the name suggests, creates a digital marketplace where vendors can sell their products directly through social media. This feature has literally taken TikTok from being a kids dancing app to basically being a telemarketing company, since users can find a product and link it in their video telling all of their followers to buy it, which is heavily encouraged through the TikTok app, paying these people a small amount of commission if someone buys a product through their link. The TikTok Shop is probably one of the most polarizing ventures that I have ever seen a social media platform take, since you can actually find some amazing deals such as discounted cosmetics and skincare products. But then there are also some things that make me really question the thought process of some of the vendors, as on the other side of things, you can also buy things like an entire rotisserie chicken and extremely cheap energy drinks. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the most controversial products that has been sold through TikTok. It has captured the attention of thousands of people, but for all the wrong reasons. So without further ado, let's take a look into the pink sauce controversy. So upon hearing the name above, you probably have no idea what the pink sauce could be, apart from obviously a sauce that resembles the color of unicorns and cotton candy. But would you blindly consume something without knowing what was even in it? We have seen before that influencers will sometimes promote products on social media that are extremely dangerous just for their own monetary gain, disregarding health and safety concerns. In this most recent case, the drama started with a TikTok user called Chef Pie posting a video of her dunking a piece of fried chicken into a mysterious but weirdly appetizing sauce. Now, obviously, when you buy fried chicken, most people are known to use things like hot sauce, mayo, or really any sauce that isn't pink, so this video went completely viral in just a couple of days. Thousands of people were asking what the sauce was, where it was from, what was in it, and most importantly, what did it taste like? Well, despite Chef Pie inventing the product, she didn't really provide a lot of information. She said that she couldn't describe what her pink sauce tasted like and asked people to buy the product for themselves so they could figure it out on their own. And surprisingly, they did buy it and described the sauce as tasting a lot like ranch dressing. So that settled the question on what pink sauce tasted like, but this is where things started getting a lot more interesting, as people started noticing some extremely concerning things going on with the sauce's packaging. A TikTok user called Sean SVV made a video where they discussed the health and safety concerns behind the bottle's nutritional and packaging information. The main issue was that all of the serving information on the back of the bottle was completely incorrect. The bottle basically said that this relatively small bottle contained over 13 pounds of sauce, which for reference is around the same weight as a bowling ball. As you can see, there was no one complaining of how heavy the bottle was, so it was clear to see that Chef Pie was completely making up the information on the bottle's volume. Another Twitter user pointed out that the ingredients did not mention any details about the preservatives inside the sauce, but one of the listed ingredients, vinegar, was spelt vinegar, which makes things seem pretty sketchy on its own. Multiple other people who decided to buy the sauce and try it out for themselves also commented on one of the sketchiest parts of this entire product, which is that the actual shade of pink looks different between each bottle. Some sauces being darker, some being lighter, and some having differences in consistency. However, just in case you're curious about the rest of the ingredients besides vinegar, the label says that pink sauce also contains sunflower seed oil, raw honey, garlic, pitaya, pink Himalayan salt, less than 2% of dried spices, lemon juice, milk, and citric acid. From what we know, Chef Pie was not running her business on a huge scale and was making the sauce as a small business from home. So when you put this information together with the ingredients, specifically things like milk, it makes sense why some people were not impressed with the quality of the sauce, since they had basically been buying milk that hadn't been refrigerated. It actually got pretty bad, with tons of people who tried the sauce getting sick after only having a small amount. This is because when you keep milk unrefrigerated for a long time, it's obviously going to go out of date a lot quicker. And when milk goes out of date, it can start manifesting some pretty serious bacteria that can even go as far as being life-threatening. In fact, the CDC has reported that each year, 3,000 Americans sadly lose their lives due to food poisoning. So if you combine the factor of essentially drowning your McDonald's order in expired milk with the fact that there is probably a lot of other stuff in the ingredients list that aren't even mentioned and could react to make that expired milk even worse, it is quite literally a recipe for disaster. Despite this though, Chef Pie claimed that the sauce was FDA approved, which would mean usually that something was completely safe for consumption. But most people have come to the realization that because there are thousands of small businesses set up every single month around the world, it's pretty likely that Chef Pie just found an editing software online where she could Photoshop an FDA approval sticker on the back of her bottle. So, where is Chef Pie now? Well, she is still promoting the pink sauce all over TikTok, where she has nearly 200,000 followers. You're probably wondering how she still runs her business or makes any money since the sauce was making everybody sick. Well, it turns out that despite the recipe being a complete nightmare for the digestive system, the power of TikTok really came through. Since a gourmet hot sauce company were super impressed by the amount of commotion that pink sauce was making and decided to start working with Chef Pie so that pink sauce could be served in actual restaurants. So hopefully now the things that are put into pink sauce will be stored appropriately and contain some sort of preservative so that it doesn't expire before it reaches your tongue. The moral of the story, I guess, is if you see something on TikTok that someone is promoting, whether they be a huge influencer with millions of followers or a random stranger making color-changing sauce, you shouldn't put all of your trust into either. And always do your research when buying something online.